In this day and age, indie games are the most important thing in the gaming industry. It's really what is keeping the gaming industry afloat and still pushing it forward with creativity and passion. And years ago, we wouldn't necessarily see indie studios developing games at the same scale and quality of AAA developers. Now, that's not to say there weren't incredible indie games, but a lot of time they were smaller in scale and more refined. But now in 2025, the whole industry is changing. Indie games are now the most important version of video games, at least in my opinion. Time and time again, AAA studios are developing and publishing games that have no passion, that take absolutely no risks, that are following a trend many times years and years too late for hundreds of millions of dollars that fall flat on their face. I think the two most successful games so far this year are number one, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which that studio is AAA now, but it wasn't AAA when they made this game, and Oblivion Remaster, which was a huge success obviously for Bethesda, but this game was obviously developed by Virtuos Studios and was a remaster, borderline remake of a game 19 years ago that is fond and nostalgic and incredible. But why am I talking about all of this? Because we have a new indie game that just came out today that has been absolutely crushing it, getting raving reviews, talking about how it's one of the pinnacle games in its genre. Now, what game is this? It's a game called Expedition 33, one that I have been extremely excited for. It was, granted, one of my most anticipated games until they just completely shadow dropped Oblivion Remaster. But it's a game from a French studio that has a mix between turn-based and action combat. A game that has a focus on one of the coolest story premises I have ever heard. The game looks absolutely beautiful. The graphics are fantastic. And on top of that, the art style is very distinct and unique to this game. When you see it, you know it's Expedition 33. They have famous actors doing the voice acting that is also incredible, like Charlie Cox, Andy Serkis, Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. You could easily be mistaken that this game is from a AAA studio because of the quality that it presents. And the best part is, there are no microtransactions, and it's $50. In a day and age where Nintendo is dropping games for $90. Even Bethesda's not doing that with the remaster for Oblivion being $50. You can actually get Expedition 33 right now for $45 because it's 10% off on Steam, and it's actually free on Game Pass if you have that as well. But what are people saying about this game, and why am I specifically so excited for it? Well, for one, the game already is released with a 92 on Metacritic. Now, I will say Metacritic is not always to be taken at face value. A lot of times they do juice up their scores just a little bit because these gaming publications and these gaming journalists and these sites want to keep getting review copies, so they have an incentive not to give bad scores, but a 92 is out of this world good. But right now, it's also sitting at very positive on Steam, with everybody playing the game, seemingly loving it as of now. On top of that, content creators have been raving about the game and how good it is at launch. The only sad part about this is it's getting a little bit overshadowed, in my personal opinion, by the Oblivion Remaster because how big that game was and how much nostalgia there is for the initial one and how it just shadow dropped kind of out of nowhere after leaks and rumors were going on for months and months. But based off of reviews from literally everywhere, from journalists, content creators, Steam reviews, this game is absolutely incredible, with people already saying it's potentially one of the greatest games within its respective genre. But other reasons why I'm excited here is because it actually does blend genres a little bit with action combat. I personally am not a turn-based combat type of guy, but in this game, there are things that you do within your turn-based combat that lean more into action combat. For example, you might have to time a parry when someone's attacking you, or time a block, or certain moves that you're using. If you hit a certain key on your keyboard or on your controller at the right time, that move will do more damage or won't miss, etc. As I mentioned earlier, it also has a story that I am so excited to dive into and play because of how cool the premise is. So basically, in this game, there is something called the Paintress. And the Paintress every year is going to write down or paint a number. And that number every year is going to go down by 1. And every year that she paints this number, that age of people dies. And this goes on until eventually everybody in this world will be completely wiped out for good. And your goal is to take charge of Expedition 33, a expedition with multiple different age groups in there to go and finally defeat the Paintress. And as you go, you're going to find things left behind from the previous expeditions. And while doing this, you're going to be fighting some of the craziest looking enemies within some of the craziest looking environments that I have seen in gaming. They are so unique, and I've not really seen a game employ this style before. It's almost its own style. It's insane that this game is $50. It's insane it's from an independent studio. And it's insane that Oblivion kind of took a lot of the hype away from this game, but this game is still going to be overly successful. It is, from what everybody is saying, an absolutely incredible experience, and I can't wait to play it for myself. I'm going to be reviewing this game. I'm sure it's not a perfect game. No game is a perfect game, but from what people are saying, it's going to be an incredible experience when I do hop in. My first impressions will be up in a couple days, and then I'll obviously have my full review up in a little bit as well for Expedition 33. I'm going to have to dual game between this and Oblivion, but we're in a great spot right now. 2025 is looking like it's going to be a great year for gaming, with still huge ones to release in the future like GTA 6, Crimson Desert, etc. I would love to hear down below from you guys. If you have played this game, what do you think about it? And if you haven't played this game, is this one on your radar? Are you excited about this one? Even if you don't like turn-based games, is this one that you might want to give a try because it does have a blend with the turn-based and the action combat? I definitely want to know what you guys think of this game down below, because I'm really interested to hear kind of what everybody's going to be playing right now. Are you going to be sticking to Oblivion until you're finished with that, or are you going to try to hop into this one on release? Thank you guys for watching the video. If you are new to the channel and you like the video that you see here, please like and subscribe. And for my returning viewers, thank you guys so much for the support lately. It has been absolutely incredible. Like this video if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!